Hi there, Scott, ROCKFILE, back with another podcast review. Going to be talking about the 2009 film Moon in its 4K edition. One of my favorite movies from 2009, easily, and over the years, it's been all sorts of, this should have been nominated for Academy Awards kind of stuff, from the direction to the special effects to Sam Rockwell's performances. I don't want to give any spoilers away, but if you haven't seen Moon, stop listening to this review and go rent it, stream it, or buy it right now. There you go. I'm not going to get into too many spoilers about this movie, but it's been out since 2009. You should have seen it. I picked up the 4K on Black Friday last year, and it finally arrived. For really cheap. It's been out for a while. It came out on its 10th anniversary back in 2019. Dolby Atmos, Dolby Vision HDR. Movie looks great. I thought the 4K resolution would hurt the special effects in some ways. Not at all. The movie looks fantastic. Looks brand new. Really great sci-fi movie if you haven't watched it. So the gist of the story is Sam Rockwell is a worker on the moon. The moon is sending back helium-3 to Earth to satisfy all of our energy requirements. It's been a wonderful thing. We don't really know how long it's been, how this project's been going on, but we know that Sam Rockwell's character has been there for 3 years. And he's getting ready to go home. Kevin Spacey is the voice of a robot that keeps him company. Thought he did a great job. Kevin Spacey's not a popular name now, but back in the day that he did the voice of the robot was kind of cool. Modestly budgeted. It was a $5 million movie that went on to make about $10 million. It wasn't a runaway success, but nominated for a bunch of awards, about 90% on Rotten Tomatoes. He did do a little epilogue in the Netflix movie Mute that Duncan Jones also directed. He's got Sam Rockwell in a quick cameo that kind of wraps up the storyline from this movie. And then there was a third installment, a graphic novel called Maddie, Once Upon a Time in the Future, that was released in 2020. So the storyline kind of continues on. Duncan Jones, who wrote and directed, well, he wrote the story. Somebody else wrote the screenplay, and then he directed it. Duncan Jones is the son of David Bowie. Right? He's gone on to direct Source Code, which is another great movie, and Warcraft, which, well, some people like it, some people don't. I thought it was okay. It wasn't great, but it wasn't bad. And I'm interested to see what he will do. Also, Trudy Styler, Sting's wife, produced this movie, which was kind of, that popped up on the screen, and it was like, oh, interesting. But anyway, the movie ultimately is about what it is and what it takes to be human. He runs into some weird things happening on the moon. He's got to deal with it. And he plays multiple roles in the movie, and he's fantastic. The special effects to pull this off are great. All in all, watching this again after all these years, I probably haven't seen it in almost 10 years. It's still a fantastic movie. Poignant, important, a little humorous, a little light, a little heavy. It's a little bit of everything. And the science fiction trappings around it are basically just used to tell this very human story. And the more you think about the story afterwards, the more it weighs, the more weight it has that you give it. Just thinking about the ramifications of what happens and the things that go on and such. But can't really get into spoilers. The movie does deal with some pretty modern issues that we'll be getting to here in a few years. And if you haven't seen it yet, it's one of Duncan Jones' best movies. It's one of Sam Rockwell's best movies. It really was a really good small science fiction movie, the likes of which we don't make much anymore. Everything has to be some giant, spectacular blockbuster, and this is not that, although the special effects are really, really good. So again, to get into the 4K, I thought it was fantastic looking for a modestly budgeted movie. Sony did a great job. They printed all the little spectacular reviews all over the white and black. It's kind of a stark look with just Sam Rockwell's character on the front. But audio and video was great. There's some new extras. There's a new retrospective that Duncan Jones had on there. He did an interview recently where they talked about the movie and what he was going to do. Again, this was probably filmed back in 2018, 2019 for its 10th anniversary, but I had watched all this for the first time and felt new to me, and I'm glad when companies put new extras on the 4K and then include the Blu-ray with all the old extras as well. So there's a decent amount of deleted scenes and other things, some making of stuff. All in all, it's a great Blu-ray package. And if you can get it, I mean, I think I got it for under $10 on Black Friday. It's hovering right around $18 now. I would say it's worth it. It's worth an upgrade if you own the Blu-ray. And if you've never owned it, I'd buy it. It's a great movie that you can watch again and again because of the performances and because it's well thought out, it's well acted, well directed. All in all, it's a good flick. Moon, available now on Blu-ray 4K streaming services. One of Sam Rockwell's best performances. I really loved it and loved it more watching it now. It's going to make me watch the old Hitchhiker's Guide in the Galaxy that he's in as well. I've got links below to my other things. I'm still working on the website and a few other things. It's been a crazy time professionally for me, so I'm getting back into the podcast routine here. So thank you for listening. Taking time out of your day to listen to a review of a movie that's been out for quite a while. I hope you enjoy Moon when you watch it. I'd love to hear from you. Scott Hamilton, I'm ROCKFILE. Thank you for listening. Have a spectacular day.